Welcome back, folks. Dow finished down 165. We had the Nasdaq off 116. S&P's off 23. Let's go over to Jim Prince. Jim, folks, runs a website, The Greatest Business on Earth. Great day to have him on. Jim, welcome to TFNN.
Thanks, Tom. Really glad to be here.
Yeah, what a day to come on.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll tell you. So, folks, if you when you're over to our website at TFNN, right under the very news, you're going to see Nadex News. If you hit that, you're going to come over. You're going to see a great picture, Jim, and Jim will tell us what he's all about. And I see we just finished an article, Nadex Weekly Market Outlook for the Euro USD. So, first off, tell the clients something about you, Jim.
Yeah, well, I got my start trading the markets back in 1985, a long time ago. So I'm kind of dating myself there. But I got started with the futures market. And, as time progressed, moved into some other things, into equities, of course, equity options. And here a few years ago into Nadex.
Cool. So what are you looking at? I know you just wrote an outlook on the Euro USD. You want to start there?
Yeah, sure. One of the things I was looking at on Sunday night was for the market to probably pull back a little bit and test the most recent little highs on off the daily chart, and then look for it to kind of move back down. And I think today was a pretty good day for that. We had some good selling there, and if folks get a chance to check out that video on the Nadex website, they'll see an area I highlighted there right around the 1.1676 level.
Yes.
Was the area I was looking for price to push into, just above that. That was the high I was looking for, and then from there getting rejected. And boy, as I said, the follow through today was pretty nice on that.
No doubt. And when you get over there, folks, I have it up right now. What you're going to see is right on the right-hand side, you're going to see the Nadex Weekly Market Outlook for the Euro USD by Jim Prince. So what do you like to trade? Do you trade the currencies the most, commodities? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I'm really big into futures, of course, if that's kind of where I cut my teeth. So with the futures, I like the S&P, the Nasdaq, gold, crude oil, bonds. Those are the markets I focus on the most. And if the grains are moving, then I'll look into those as well. So those are probably the primary markets that I focus on. After that will be the Forex markets.
Right. And where are you located, Jim?
I'm actually in Southern Oregon, down in the wine country down here.
How cool is that?
Yeah, there's like 150 wineries just in this valley here. And
not only that, though, when you guys started those Pinots, man, you blow everything away with those Pinots, man.
Yeah,
I've drank a lot of Pinots, and I really like the idea that I just picked the state. Your state. Seriously, do you know what I mean? Because you can get pricey, but guess what? You get a Pinot out of Oregon, they seem to be all good. They really do.
They do indeed. And one of the best things that they do around here are, in fact, a thing called Uncorked, where they basically open up a bunch of wineries and you can go in for a taste test for a small flat fee, so you can kind of decide what you like. And they do that a couple times a year.
Nice. Now, when you're trading markets, what kind of technicals do you like to look at?
Well, I'm a chartist first and foremost, so I focus primarily on price action, but I do have a couple of indicators that I use which measure a momentum in the market as well as time cycles.
Okay.
So I combine that all together and I call it cycle trading.
Nice.
And on top of that, I also use multiple time frame analysis.
Yes. Now, when you say cycles, are you saying cycles in the aspect of lunar cycles, of time cycles? What type of cycles?
Yeah, so I have an oscillator that I use on my charts, and so that's what I use to measure the cycles, whether a market is extended to one side or the other, and then I use that in conjunction with my momentum reading, and that's how I decide whether I'm going to stay in a position, tighten my stop up, or maybe even enter a position.
Nice. Now, folks, when you're watching this video, it's pretty cool because I watched the video. I like the video. What is the elliptic that I saw on the video? Can you explain that?
Yeah, that's just a charting-based tool that I use. Kind of like a circle, if you will.
Okay.
But what I do is I highlight areas based on support and resistance levels that I feel the market has a chance to eventually maybe move into, that I need to be aware of, that sort of thing.
Nice. And, of course, we haven't had fast market like this for a while.
Boy, yeah. I mean, this is great, isn't it? Especially for the summer.
Hey, listen, there's no doubt when you get fast markets, it makes a whole different ball game. So when we take a look at the euro, U.S. dollar, what do you think about? Do you think this dollar is going to keep going higher?
Yeah, I think for this currency pair, I think we still have a little bit of room to the downside here before, in fact, there's a double bottom on the daily chart, and I think there's a good chance that we come back down and test those lows here off the daily chart. I think whether it's going to happen necessarily tomorrow, I'm not too clear on that yet. I haven't had a good chance to look at the charts here this afternoon at the finish of the day, but I think there is still some room to the downside.
Yeah, and of course, what do you think about gold?
So the gold market is pretty interesting. I was looking at that earlier today. I think that we still have a little bit of room. I have a zone that I have marked off specifically on my weekly chart, and that starts right around the 1248 level.
Okay.
So I'm looking for some sort of reaction in that area. And below that, we can even see price perhaps push down to, looks like about the 1236-ish level. Just below that is a 200-period moving average that I like to use as well on my charts. And so I think that whole area there is going to be interesting for the market to see how it reacts.
Isn't it? You know, it's this gold, man. Gold just hasn't held price since April 14th. That thing has been a one-way trip down. And, you know, so silver, you know, blew out its consolidation low this morning. And I guess we're gonna see where that baby wants to go also.
Yeah, I agree. Oftentimes I've found over the years that silver can be a leader for the metals, so maybe gold will follow further.
Oh, it's silver. You're talking about volatility in silver, right?
Oh, yes.
Totally. So what else do you like out here?
Well, the crude oil market, boy, that that caught some
How did I
legs,
not
didn't it?
talk about crude with you? Oh, my God. Seriously.
No worries. Yeah, so, you know, I've been watching crude. I watch crude, as I mentioned earlier, day in and day out.
Yes.
And from a daily chart standpoint, I mean, we really consolidated there right around the 65.50-ish level. I'm looking at a August futures chart. And, you know, as price kind of compressed there, it decided, boy, I really had a flip in momentum. I had I also focus a lot on divergence in the markets.
Yes.
And, excuse me, and we see that divergence, and boy, price just jettisoned from there, and now looks like it actually made it cracked that high there.
It did. It did.
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing. Now, gbgmembers.com, that's where we can send people, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, gbemembers.com, that's correct.
gbemembers.com. Our man, Mr. Jim Prince, folks, check it out. He's got a great little website over there. And, of course, we're going to be having you back, Jim. We really appreciate the update, appreciate your take on the market, man.
Hey, thank you, Tom. I appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
You too.
Thank you. Now, folks, just come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see right under breaking news. You're going to see the Nadex News. You hit the Nadex News. You go over. You're going to see the video by Jim, Nadex Weekly Market Outlook for the Euro USD. Check it out. Bottom line is that we got action all over the place in these markets out here. And, of course, what has happened out here is that this dollar move, folks, it looks like each and every time that dollar goes higher, this market is taking conniptions. That's the bottom line. You know. Stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We had the Dow Industrials that finished down 165. NASDAQ was off 116. S&P's off 23. We're going to be coming right back.